AF, man, we on the move. Back with another live stream. What's going on tonight? How's everybody doing on this Saturday night? I'm in the house doing a live because I'm an old man now, so I can't be in the streets like I used to be. So I'm here with y'all, man. My AAFers out here. We're live on YouTube and live on some other social media. I'm not going to say which one because I know how YouTube does. All right. So if you're on another social media, feel free to join me on YouTube where you can see the chat and get fully involved. All right. So what's going on out there? Echo? All right, we got an echo. Hold on. How about now? Still got echo there? Appreciate y'all on other social media being on the live also. If y'all see me switching around a little bit, I'm doing something a little bit different tonight, going on multiple platforms, trying to get the reach out there, y'all. So we're going to get into it tonight on some things. No echo? All right, cool. Had to turn my gain down a little bit. Got fancy microphones over here. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Aiden live. We're going to wait till we get a few more people in here. We're going to get into it for the subject of the night. And the subject of the night is being safe at the workplace and how you're safe at the workplace. And a lot of employees put a lot of things in place to make it where you're not fully safe. They make you seem like you're safe, but you're really not safe. I mean, how can you be safe at a workplace unless you have a full police force there? And most jobs don't have that. So we're going to get into how do you be safe at the workplace. And in the case of all these mass shootings we have lately, it's been a lot of workplace violence, always has been. I think we all have those employees that we always joke about saying, oh, man, if the guy ever gets fired, he's going to come back with a gun. It happens, guys. It happens all the time. So how do we protect ourselves? Because most workplaces have a policy of no firearms. If you get caught with a firearm in the workplace, you may actually be terminated. So, you know, it's like livelihood over life. So it's hard decisions for some people. So there's certain things that we got to do to make sure that we protect ourselves. So I just want to go over that today and see what other people do and how do you stay safe at work. So it's going to be kind of inclusive. I want to see what everybody does to be safe at work. This is who we got in the building. We got George. George, appreciate you showing up tonight. On this Saturday evening, we got Armored Ghost in the building. What's up, Armored? Anthony. What's up, Anthony Rodriguez? My mother in the building, as always. Y'all know what it is, man. Everybody give a shout out to my mother. She's in the building. #1 supporter. So y'all make sure I give her a shout out. Y'all know how we do. Y'all already know how we do. Yes, sir. So we got 6 on the live. We on some other platforms. So let's get into the conversation, y'all. Let's get into it. So all right. So we all work jobs or we own our own businesses, whatever it might be. We have to all make a living in our lives, right? So there's been a lot of violence at the workplace, mass shootings, former employees. They can only fire you if you survive an attack in the first place. That's my thoughts. Tori, that's my thoughts, man. Yeah, I mean, listen. In the end, my thought process is, I mean, if you're at work and your company has a no firearm policy, what do you do? So, and I don't want anybody to, throw themselves out there, for your job watching, because social media, a lot of jobs watch social media, and I don't want anybody to lose their job behind this, myself included. First and foremost, I would never, ever carry a firearm in my job because my job has a no firearms policy. So I would never, ever carry a firearm in my job because the rules is forbidding. So I would never carry a firearm if I was at work. Now, if I was to carry a firearm at work, I would, deep conceal it. There's a lot of ways to deep conceal. I'm not going to get into all the methods of it. Next thing I know, I go to work, I start getting searched But you guys know what I mean. There's ways to be safe at work. But then the question comes into legality versus rules. All right. Legality and rules are two different things in this world. All right. There's two different things in this world. You can have rules where they say, hey, you broke a rule. You break a rule, you get fired, you get, thrown off the property, you lose your job, right? Legality, you're putting yourself at legal risk, civilly or criminally. That's two different things. I want everybody to understand that. It's two very specific differences in that. All right. So the question comes into it, what do? You got to feed your family, and the marketplace right now is horrible for jobs. So no one wants to lose their job and try to find another one. And if they know you probably at Amazon, delivering groceries or something, because that's the quickest job you can get, to feed your family, or DoorDash, right? So I just want to get into the conversation of how do we handle this, from the standpoint of a citizen that's legally you're allowed to carry a gun. I can go on a job and carry a gun. I can go somewhere and carry a gun. As long as it's not a forbidden, area, I can take it somewhere. So the question pretty much comes up, what do you do? So what y'all got to say, man? Let's get into it, chat. Y'all know. If y'all see me moving around, I got a lot of stuff going on here. All right. Anthony says we can't. What do you mean? What do you mean, Anthony, when you say we can't? Like, clarify on that. What do you mean we can't? So give me a little bit of clarification on that statement that we can't. Just waiting for Anthony to give me a response, y'all. He said basically we can't, and I'm trying to figure out what he means by we can't. I'm pretty sure he's probably typing right now. Armored Gold says, if there are rules about carrying at work, then you'll just have to decide what risk to take. It's a trade-off. That's true. I mean, if your job has a no firearms policy and you get caught with a firearm, you're not going to jail. In most states, I'm not going to tell everybody to do that because I don't know the rules of different Pacific states. But most states, if you're at a job, you have a firearm, you're legally allowed to carry that firearm. You're not in a prohibited area of carrying that firearm. And then, you're probably asked to leave, and if you don't leave, then that's when you get a trespass and, carrying a firearm prohibited place. But if you're at a job and you have a firearm and you're legally allowed to carry that firearm, you really can't be arrested as far as I know. Okay. You can't have you get fired. So it comes up to get fired, or do you want to try to protect your life best you can? I already know the answer. I'm not going to answer that question for obvious reasons, but I'm going to be safe all the time. All right. I'm not going to go anywhere and being put in a position where I feel like I'm in danger. All right. Never. Tori says, you do what you need to. Prioritize, can usually find another job, but you can't take care of your family if you're dead. Facts, Tori. That's I couldn't have said it better myself. All right, chat. Y'all be quiet now, man. Come on, AFers. Y'all ain't never quiet. Come on, y'all. Y'all never quiet. So don't we try to get quiet on me tonight, y'all. Because y'all never, ever quiet. Let's go. Y'all never quiet. Ever, ever, ever. Y'all not the shy type, man. So, Tori, let me ask you a question, bro. So, I don't want to put you out there. But do you have different, I know that in my everyday carry setup, I have different setups. I have a regular setup, and then I have a deep concealment setup. Do you guys have multiple setups? If I'm going somewhere normal where I can conceal, I'm not really worried about it. I'll conceal best I can. But then I have another setup that I go deep where I know no one knows going to know I have a weapon. Do you guys have multiple setups for different situations? I have a on the road setup. I have a daily setup. I have a deep concealment setup. So I got like 3 different setups that I use. So I want to know if everybody has different setups they use. George says he's teleworking right now, but when I'm not, I'm on federal property. Carrying there is a crime. Exactly. So you're in a prohibited place. You can't, if you get caught there, you're pretty much catching a federal charge. So I understand that, George. So there are places like that, man. So there's definitely places like that. And those are the situations where it gets kind of tough. Like, what do you do, man? What up, Jay? Oh, Anthony said he's from California. He can't carry. There you go. So you're in certain states, you don't have the right to carry a gun. But there are loopholes in some of that sometimes, y'all. Just like if you have a firearm in your house and then you have a firearm in a hotel. Your hotel is considered your temporary home, so you're allowed to have the firearm in that hotel in most places. Okay? So there are some loopholes around that. Kimberly, my wife said, I would rather carry at work even if they say it's against company policy. My life is worth more than my job. That's the climate we're in. Smart woman. Smart woman. George said he gets fired and goes to jail. That's tough. Like my guy No Life Shack says, that's tough. That's tough. So 2A Renegade saying same setup all day, every day. 2 9mm on me and an AR pistol in the truck. So y'all know 2A Renegade, man. 2A Renegade, he rides hard, y'all. He always riding hard, man. Tori said, for me, it's just a company policy. I live in constitutional carry state. Cool. Cut and Spray says, hey, man, haven't seen you live in a while. What's up, Cut? Cut and Spray, what's going on, man? My guy. So, yeah, you run the same setup. Like I said, man, everybody's different, man. Everybody's setup might be a little bit different how they roll their setup. Like I said, I got a deep concealment when I really want to go deep. Then I got it on the road. When I'm on the road and I'm going on the road trip, or if I'm going somewhere and I'm going to I know something weird going on. If I'm on the road, I'm on a trip, I'm rolling heavy. I'm rolling real heavy. Police pull me over. They're going to have me on the side of the road for sure when they see what I'm carrying. Armor says part of safety is having secondary plans or response besides carrying. Absolutely, man. Knowing, being aware, man. The first thing is, being aware of your situation. Knowing how to get out of somewhere that you're at, especially at a workplace. I mean, if you work there, you probably know different ways, different routes, different areas of the building, places you can do, have a plan. Definitely have a plan. Have the plan to get out of there somehow, some way, because all our jobs, man, we're all just one day away from something happening in our job. You got to think about it. All these times this stuff happens, it happens in places they never would have thought. It's a regular workplace. They just go to work every day. Then all of a sudden, bam. And the reason I brought this up, man, because, I know y'all heard about the FedEx thing. All right. Killed 8 people at FedEx. They figured out he's a 19-year-old former employee that was deployed last year, 2020. And for unknown reasons, he came back and he decided to shoot on site. All right. So, he decided to shoot on site. And these cases happen all the time. That happened out there. Then we had in Orange, California, a couple weeks ago, we had a guy come into the place and the child was killed in the instance. Okay. Then we had the Colorado shooting in the grocery store. So it can happen. Don't think it can't happen to y'all. Okay. We all got to be prepared. So Jay says, I carry a smaller gun in the 9 months of summer here in Alabama. The colder months, I carry a larger pistol. Yeah, a lot of people do that in different climates because it's much easier to conceal a full-size gun in the winter. You can put anything you want on you. So Kimberly said, what's a good secondary plan when there's a mass shooting going on? Have a plan. Have a plan to escape. I mean, personally, I would have a plan to escape. I would have, 2 or 3, 4 different ways I can get out. I know if I go this way, the shooter's that way. I know I got a way to get out that way. Or I have some sort of plan or some sort of spot or some sort of something, Yeah, you got to have a plan to escape, evade. If you don't have a firearm, the only thing you can really do is escape and evade at that point. So just have a plan around escaping, Kimberly said, I always think about Columbine. Some tried to hide. Yeah, I'm not hiding. Yeah, I don't, hiding is one thing, man, but you hiding and you trapping yourself. Me personally, I would never hide. I will evade. Evading and hiding is two different things. Evading is you're constantly trying to work your way somewhere, and evading and trying to avoid. But when you're hiding, you're in one stationary place and you're hiding. Now you're at the mercy, and if they find you, you got no defense. Miss K says, I work at a VA hospital, so no weapons permitted. That sucks, especially in the world we live in. Absolutely. Like I said, there are places you can't carry. And if you decide to carry, you're looking at a prison sentence. So yeah, Miss K, I feel for you. So I would say for you, just be sure, you work there all the time. I'm pretty sure you know the building pretty well. Just make sure that you know different ways to get out of there, different, ways to escape, and really have a plan. I know a lot of people, we really don't think about that. We go to work and we get into the routine of going to work. We just go to work. Everybody does it, right? But we got to make sure we get a plan and have a plan in place to get out of there, and then you got to have the mental fortitude to know that, if you do get cornered with this gunman, he got a gun, don't just stand there and put your hands up and pray for he don't shoot you. You got to fight. I don't care if you go at a straightforward, angled, something, it's time to fight for your life. You got to fight for your life if you're stuck. So, and that's what George is saying. George says, run, hide, and fight. Two-Way said, anything can happen anywhere, anytime, so stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I agree with you, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. And that's why a lot of times people get so comfortable and they really think that it can't happen to them. I think a lot of people, we all get caught into that. We think it can't happen to us. But it's happening somewhere, somehow, y'all. Armor says, I think there's usually no policy against wearing a concealed bulletproof vest. Now, how sure comfortable that be, though? Yeah, I never seen a policy about a bulletproof vest. Only thing about that is, how bulky is it? How hot are you going to be? And I mean, it protects your vest and your chest, but I mean, yes, that's an option too. So Jay said he's picking up a 7.5-inch AR pistol, 300 blackout next week. Likely be a truck gun that I'll add to my EDC. So Jay's saying he's gonna add something to his EDC so he can I call it riding heavy. Jay, I call it riding heavy, man. That's riding heavy. But yeah, man, all these shootings going on, man, just maybe kind of bring this up, man, at the workplace. And I just figured I'd just, start a chat and kind of talk about it a little bit. Just to get whoever's on the live, whoever's on here, man, just to kind of get in their minds thinking about it when you're at work, to come up with a plan if you don't have a plan, even if you do carry a firearm at work, come up with a plan of how you're going to defend yourself at work. If you decide you want to defend others. And like we have no legal recourse to have to help someone, right? It's our moral or how we feel if we decide we want to engage a shooter or if we want to go after a shooter. It's up to you. I can't tell you to go after a shooter if you're armed. I can't tell you that. I can't judge you. I can only judge what I'm gonna do if it's a mass shooter and I'm armed. But be prepared to have a plan how to defend yourself. Just because you have that firearm does not guarantee that you're gonna make it out of there. Because 9 times out of 10, the person coming in there to commit that crime is gonna be more heavily armed than you are. 9 times out of 10. So definitely have a plan around it. And if you work at a place where it's gun friendly, that's even better. There are some places that allow guns to be carried. Some private businesses, that's the smaller businesses. Most of the larger ones definitely not gonna allow it. But some of the smaller places, man, in this climate, if you don't know, I'll ask my boss, hey man, listen, let me ask you a question. Maybe he'll say, okay, I don't care. Who knows? So I just want to come in and touch base with y'all a little bit and talk about that, man, get the conversation started. Because if anybody can watch this live and take something away from it, and tonight sit around or tomorrow and say, hey, my wife, my kids, whoever, let's come up with a plan. Where you work at, do you know how to get out? You're gonna do if a shooter comes in. Someone starts committing violence. It could be a knife. Do you have any kind of plan around it? So if that conversation can be started from this chat, man, if it's one person, 2 people, I'm cool with that. Miss K says she secured a Freedom Ordinance FX9 4-inch, just waiting for it to come through my FFL. Nice. That's definitely a nice little That's a nice little step up from a pistol. Nice little step. You can definitely defend yourself with that. Most definitely. So anybody else got any kind of thoughts on it? Any kind of thoughts y'all have on it? Anything you want to express? Any kind of ideas? Because y'all, I'm saying, I'm nothing without y'all, man. Y'all everything. Y'all probably got better ideas than I have around it. Or maybe someone's been in some situation. I knew someone who's been in a situation like that at workplace. And what's up, Dale? Dale in the building, y'all. Dale's in the building. Yeah, if anybody just get to the live, man, we're talking about workplace violence and how to stay safe at work, basically. We're trying to figure out, if you're at work, if you're allowed to carry a firearm, not. If you don't, a plan, any kind of plan you have to escape, evade, fight, or whatever it might be. Do you guys have a plan? Is there any plan around it? Do you guys ever think about it? Monty, what's up, man? You late? How dare you, Amani? You know better than show up late, bro. Come on, man. What's up, man? Yeah, man, we get into a little bit, man, about workplace safety, bro. All these mass shooters around here. So then we had, let's see, we had another one. So then we had the other one we had, shoot. So then we had another one out of California a couple of weeks ago, right? I think it was like a real estate office, something like that. So then we had this one. This one in Orange County, California. I think 4 people were killed or something in the business complex. I think it was like a rental office, like a brokerage company or something. And the guy came in there, and in this case, I think a child was killed actually. And sadly, the way the mother explained it, because the mother was actually holding the son, and they were cradling each other, man, and they basically were kind of like hiding. They kind of just was hoping for the best. It didn't work out. So kind of hiding and hoping that, they don't do anything to you probably is not a good idea. I'd rather fight, I'd rather fight and hope that I, do what I can do. But you got to have the mental fortitude and be ready to do it. Dale said most work sites I've been won't allow carry. Most places won't, Dale. And that's where we kind of get into the conversation of legality versus of rules, right? Legality versus rules. You got rules and you got legality. It's illegal. We got to make our own decisions as human beings, what we're going to do. I know the decision I made, but I would never. My company does not allow firearms. You guys are watching. I know some of you subscribe to my channel. I will never carry a firearm at work. It's against company policy, and I would never carry a firearm at work. And Monty said, I had some training. They say run away, but don't hide. If you can't get away, engage, but use any weapon at hand to get the tactics weapons away from them. Facts, man, anything. A computer screen, a pen, a staple remover. I mean, literally, a letter opener, whatever you get your hands on. George said, Orange County, yeah, the kid killed 2. The shooter actually cable locked all of the gates going in. It's tough, man. At that point, you got to fight. Dale said they even banned cell phones. Yeah, that's tough. And Monty said they suggested a fire extinguisher. That's actually a pretty good idea, man. Especially if it's the CO2 ones, man, that do all the smoke. It'll definitely provide you some cover and a chance to, jump on the guy or whatever you need to do. Anthony said that's crazy, Dale. Yeah, man. So it just comes to the conversation of, it's a tough one, man. It used to be a time where, a job was like, oh, I lose my job. Cool. I'll go find another one. But, with COVID and all this stuff happening, the job market's been so destroyed right now that it's not as easy to find a job as it used to. So jobs are more valuable now. So now the choice, you start weighing. Man, what if something happens here? Chances it won't happen, so I won't carry because I don't want to get caught with it at work. And you start doing this, weighing. but you got to make your own personal decision of what you want to do. You know, I can't put it, I can't, I'm not trying to force you one way or the other, you know. George said FedEx was reconsidering no cell phone policy. Right, no cell phone policy. So a guy come and shooting, you can't even get on the phone to call 911. You got to get to a hard line to make a phone call because they don't allow cell phones. That's crazy. Jay said, I've been at work once when someone was shooting across the parking lot once. The suspects were apprehended and the victim survived. Happened anywhere. Like Jay said, man, anywhere, anytime. We're not excluded. And Monty said it's hard to say be carried by 6 or judged by 12. I'll take the 12. I hear you, bro. Anthony says you're supposed to, I guess, feel safe at the workplace. And we know that's not true, though. I mean, I know we all have had those jobs where you had this one employee, you'd be like, man, you'd be like, yo, this guy should have a job for life. You know, you joke, you say, oh man, this guy, they should never fire this guy, man. If this guy ever gets fired, he's gonna come back, with a gun, right? We all joke, right? I think a lot of people did that joke, right? It's not a joke. It happens. You know, it happens, y'all. So like I said, I just want to have this live, man, touch base with y'all, man, and just get the conversation going and hoping that, you know, you take this conversation back to your family, your loved ones, and your cousins, and your uncles, and your friends, and bring the conversation up and just ask them, like, yo, what are you going to do if someone comes in your job and starts, you know, stabbing, shooting, punching, I don't know, whatever decide weapon he wants to use. Ask them if they got a plan. What's up, that one guy, Bones? What's up, man? We in a conversation right now about workplace safety, man. Kimberly said, when I worked overnight, I was worried about one of my coworkers after he was let go. He kept popping back up. Facts. So I'm going to tell you a story about this. So my wife's telling a story. So my wife was working a job and she was working overnight. And this guy got terminated. He kept coming back weirdly, like weird times of the night. You know, he would show up and be in the parking lot or be in the lobby. Just weird stuff, man. And I'm not going to say without instructions I gave my wife. And baby, don't say the instructions I gave you. But you know, my wife had a plan, okay? When that started happening, we came up with a plan for it. And my wife had a plan if he came back and decided, you know, that he was going to start doing some violence. He was in the areas he shouldn't be in. Like he'd be on the second or third floor using the freight elevators to kind of go into different areas of the building. So this guy was coming back and doing weird stuff. So, you know, have a plan, man. Talk with your family. It's serious, y'all. Jesse said, love and God bless to you all. I carry a gun at work. The manager and owner know, and another coworker packs heat too. Tell your boss, man. Tell your boss, man, he's a good guy, man. Your boss is definitely woke. Definitely woke. There we go. We got Al in the building, y'all. So Al trying to start trouble, y'all. Here we go, Al. Al says 99% so-called mass shootings are fake. All right, Al. So I want you to explain to me, Al, how it's fake. Tell me who is on the conspiracy, Al. Tell me who's in on it. So if the mass shootings are fake, you got the media. They're actors, right? They're faking. You got the victims' family. The victim's family in on it. The victims are all the victims' friends, family, anybody ever knew the victims are in on it. The police are in on it. Okay, the morgue is in on it, right? The medical examiner is in on it. So that's a lot of people for to be fake, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of people for to be fake, man. That's a lot of conspiracy. Two-way said that's an HR issue for termination process and procedures. Anthony said fake news. Jesse say most mass shootings occur in gun-free zones. That's true. They go places where they know it's not a firearm, schools, and a lot of these buildings are companies that have no firearm policies. The shooting in Colorado, they had a no firearms policy. You know, it was well publicized that they had a no firearms policy. So Al say, yep, So Al said everybody in on it, y'all. Al says everybody in on it. The victims, the victims' families, the victims' friends, the media, the police, the medical examiner, the funeral home, because it has to be a body for a funeral, right? So the funeral home's in on it. Who else could be in on it now? I'm missing somebody? I'm just saying, everybody in on it, right? It's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people for a conspiracy. That'd be one of the greatest conspiracies on Earth in history. 2A says, I have studied every active shooter event in the U.S. prior to Columbine, not staged. I read the detailed reports. Jay says, I tell all my employees and customers that I am always prepared for the worst. I also let them know that I will defend any of them if we are ever to find ourselves in such a situation. I'll do business there. Jesse says, I don't pay attention to no guns allowed signs. If I actually need to do business at an establishment, what others don't know might save their lives. Here's the thing, most places, in most states, if somebody has a sign that says no guns allowed in their business, and you go into their business and they figure out that you're armed. In most states, they ask you to leave the premises. In most states, if you just leave the premises, when they ask you to, you can't be charged. In most states, check your local laws. Okay? Does a no firearm policy ever make sense? Let me think about that for a second. Not really. I mean, not really. I can't think of a situation where it does. Maybe like a plane that's pressurized and you shoot a bullet out of a hole and all of a sudden everybody gets sucked up the plane. A plane. A submarine. A plane, submarine. I'll go for that. Kim said, I'm surprised there haven't been any attacks on the vaccine sites. There are many people against them and little to no police presence. Absolutely. I went to one to get my first shot and it was 100 people in the line. No security. No nothing. There's no security, no nothing. I was just like, wow, like really? You know, in my mind, I'm thinking like this is the perfect place for like a mass shooter. So I'm, my head's on the swivel. I'm not gonna lie. 2A says, yes, you must have a plan. I'm an active shooter instructor. I tell my students, your body can't go where your mind hasn't been. I'm going to use that, man. That's a good one. Your body can't go where your mind hasn't been. That's a good one. Neil says, no guns allowed signs don't matter here. Actually, Texas just passed a law, the House, that's going to make Texas a constitutional carry state, one. And the second thing that's going to do is it's going to make it where all the gun signs no longer mean anything. And in the business, a business have to verbally tell you that a gun's not allowed. They have to verbally tell you that a gun's not allowed. Like this? Huh? Come on, make it. I didn't
see you live.
You see my live?
I looked.
You see
You're
it?
talking.
No? You didn't see it? My beautiful daughter, y'all. Y'all know AF, man. We family over here. All right, baby. All right. Monty says it's like no guns inside the workplace or the total property, but like even if you leave your gun in the car, what do they do then, right? Frank said, "What's up? I'm a little late." We're talking about safety at the workplace, Frank. So we're talking about how to stay safe at work, man. 2A Renegade says, no one cares about your safety. It's up to you. Absolutely. And Monty says, then you can't let anyone know you're carrying a gun in a gun-free workplace because they're going to snitch you out. That's facts. I don't buy breaking any laws or anything like that, y'all, or any rules, man. We got to follow all the rules. But yeah, they're definitely going to snitch you out. Jay says the only place I follow no firearms policies are when I go into a federal courthouse. Yeah. George says going to the Senate next. Correct, George. Al says this nation is ruled by fear. They don't care about us to warn us of any danger. Okay. Anthony says hi. Jesse says, Imani, if at a place that prohibits, yes, that is the best policy. The second good idea is to carry something very concealable that works well when needed. Deep concealment, y'all. Deep concealment. Frank said everybody his job carry. So they run up on Frank's job, man. They go run up at the wrong place, apparently. BB said, I'm late. Can you give me some tips? Tips? So I don't know if I give you tips, but this is the thing. So if you got a concealed carry permit, or you got your law is a constitutional carry state, or whatever it might be, and your job has a policy and you can't carry any firearms, and your job says there's no firearm policy. If we catch you with a firearm, we're going to throw you off the property. We're going to terminate you. Okay. But at the same time, you're legal to carry a firearm at your job. And if you're at your job, you get caught with a firearm, the worst that can happen to you most of the time is you get fired. So the question goes, do you follow company policy, or do you follow your policy and carry anyway? And if matter they don't know. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm just asking the question. Or if you're not allowed to fire, if you're in a federal building or whatever it might be, you can't have a firearm. Do you have a plan? Do you have know 2 or 3 exits to get out of? Do you know 2 or 3 routes to get around to where you're at, to get out of the area? Do you have a plan to fight back if you have to? Just more like just having a plan. The tips I have is to have a plan. Just really, I mean, if you work at a place that you work at the same place every day, you're in a building, it should be a lot easier. Some people work outside and work place to place maybe. And that might be a little bit easier maybe because you're not in the building, or harder depending on how you look at it. So that guy said, he said, I was a bouncer at a bar, and I know for sure that guns shouldn't be there. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't be drunk and having a gun. At least most people. I mean, if I had a gun and I was drunk, I'd be fine. But some people get drunk and they start, you know how they do. Kimberly said the victims of those mass shootings weren't warned. You're correct. You're not going to get a warning. You're responsible for your own safety. The only person responsible for your safety is you. All right. So you're responsible for your own safety. You're responsible for your own safety. All right. No one's going to protect you. No one's coming to help you. No one's going to save your life for you. No one. You're responsible for your own safety. Nobody, not the police, not anybody. Neil says body armor. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't see any rules against body armor. I mean, yeah, I don't see any rules against body armor. Monty's funny. Monty says, okay, I admit. I actually got fired for having a firearm at the workplace on everything. Hey, Monty, how you get caught, man? They snitched on you? Because that's why he said someone told on you? What's up, awesome? Regular gun guy, what's up, man? Monty says snitch. Hey, listen, yeah. I mean, listen, man. Like I said, I'm not going to advocate anything against a company policy. I'm not going to advocate anything illegal. I'm just asking the question, what do you do? I got a number of weapons, and I got smaller guns, big. I got 3 different setups, y'all. I'm gonna put it like that. I got deep concealment, a regular concealment, and riding heavy. All right, so y'all can take that, and y'all take that for. A regular gun guy says need you to come over to the channel for an interview. Hit me up on my IG, man. Send me a message. Hit me up. Hit me up on there. We'll talk. Jesse says that Frank Reedy, Comcast, a bunch of. Frank says, when I was a contractor for Comcast, they tried to tell us we couldn't carry in our own vehicles. Meanwhile, we traveling the state dealing with hostile and sketchy places. You work for Comcast, you definitely deal with sketchy places. Imani says, I swear, bro, I was literally at the range. What's up, Jay? I'm on YouTube, man. I'm on YouTube streaming also, man. I'm live on YouTube. So if you come over there, man, get up on there. I'm on there too. So he said, I swear, bro, I was literally at the range the next day when my coworker, my right-hand man, and boss called in and asked him if he ever saw me with something. And what did he say? He said, yeah, I seen him with something. Dirty, man. That's dirty. Neil said, hit him with the rusty knife. I know, right? Jesse says, deep concealment, red concealment, and riding heavy. I like it. Might use that one as it applies to me too. Yeah, man. Like, yo, if I'm just like I said, when I'm deep concealing, man, I'm deep, right? I'm deep concealing, right? And when I'm regular concealing, I'm regular concealing. But when I'm on the road, or like I said, anything I deem that I need to, I'm riding heavy, man. Jay says snitches get stitches. Mine they told him weeks later what happened. He's fought for trust. Yeah, you can't trust nobody. 2A says, yes, sir. Even if it's in a location you don't frequent, you must have a plan. Have an exit strategy. Even if you're armed, don't engage in a gunfight as a first option if you can avoid it. Awesome said, good to see some fellow gunners still up and staying alert. Yeah, man, we got to stay woke, man, out here. It's tough out here, y'all. We got to stay woke. We got to stay woke. For real. Got to stay woke, man. It's tough out here. And this don't go for just a workplace, y'all. I know I'm bringing it up because all it's workplace. I'm talking about anywhere. I'm talking about a supermarket. I'm talking about anywhere, man. A car dealership. I've been to car dealerships where they got the 3006 sign saying no concealed carry, or 3007, whatever, 3007. And I'm like, so I'm supposed to come buy a car from you, but I can't bring my gun in? No. Either I'm gonna go somewhere else. Smash Time in the building. He said, bro, what's late as F? You trying to get to Hawaii time zones? Hey, man, Smash, let me tell you why I'm on live right now, Smash. Because you're on Friday night, you're on Tuesday night, you're on Thursday night, you're on Sunday night. And I'm like, this guy's always on. I'm trying to find a spot so I can go live, man. I got to go Saturday night. The only spot was open, Smash, for Saturdays, Smash. You're taking all the spots, bro. Now, y'all, Smash Time in the building, y'all. Y'all check out Smash Time's YouTube page, man. Got some good content over there. Make sure if you're not subscribed to Smash Time, go hit that like and subscribe to his channel, y'all. Armor says, the CDC guidelines for dealing with an active shooter is to put on 15 masks and social distance from the gunman. They're close to it, man. That's not too far off. That's not too far off. That ain't too far off. Two-Way says, yes, sir. Statistically speaking, 46% of active shooting incidents occur in places open to the public commerce. Yeah. Smash said, bro, those are only videos that are not demonetized. They try to demonetize all my lives, man. Like if I do a live right now, it's monetized. And by the time I get off and it post, they're going to demonetize it. Then I'm going to have to go in and do a review. Then they monetize it back again 2 days later or 30 minutes, whatever the hell they want to do. Neil said probably will still be on if Tools was still running. Yeah, if Tools was running, man. Yeah. Hey, man. You know, if Tools went on his epic rant, man. I thought I'd be ranting. All right, we got Jay the Shooter in the building. He said just sub to Smash Time. All right, y'all. If y'all check out, if y'all don't know about Jay the Shooter, man, he has a YouTube page too, man. 2A YouTube channel. He has some dope content, man. Go check his channel out. Subscribe to Jay the Shooter, y'all. I'm trying to get some editing tips from Jay the Shooter, man. His editing is good. I'm trying to be like him when it comes to the editing. So make sure y'all head over to his page when y'all get a chance to subscribe to his channel, y'all. Smash said, thank you, Jay. Two's on another level. Yeah, Two's wild, man. Frank said they target all two-way channels. Man, they do, man. Like, I be having so many of my videos demonetized. Like, I'm lucky the fact that they demonetize a lot of my videos and I review them, and like 98% of them come back and they monetize it up again. But everybody ain't got the same luck. I ain't gonna lie. Leonard said, weird, the comment I just made about ammo available in Houston didn't show up in the chat. Yeah, because they probably said it like you're trying to sell ammo or something, man. The YouTube be tripping in the chats, man. Two-Way Renegade said, well, God in the Nation in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Armor Ghost said alternative platforms, Odyssey, Trovo, and Rumble. I try to mess with Rumble, man. That's weird. I try to get on there. It's kind of weird, man. A little bit weird. But yeah, man, YouTube was on that BS. Yeah, they are, man. YouTube always be on some weird stuff, man. Like, and they always pick it on the 2A channels, man. Like, they got all, you see some of these videos be up, they be doing some weird stuff on YouTube, man. Some of the videos I see monetized on YouTube, and it's crazy. By the time they get to us, it's like we're just talking, and they'll demonetize our videos for just talking or going to the gun range. And then you got all these other people doing weird stuff on the YouTube, man, and they got like 1 million followers and doing crazy stuff, man. Two-A said it's a great video on this topic about CISA search options for considerations. Smash says Jay the shooter intro is lit. Yeah, his intro is. I told you, man, his editing be on point. I ain't gonna lie. His editing, Jay's editing be on point. Jay says since most places still make you wear a mask, it's hard to tell between criminals and the good guys. Man, even without the mask, man, like, man. Let me tell you something. So this is how you can never tell, like, criminals, right? I used to work at a big box store back in the day, and they kept having laptops. We kept having laptops stolen, right? And they were cutting the laptops off the chains, off the like the little Kingston lock chains. So man, we missed. I think I had like 10 laptops get stolen. So one day, you know, one of the associates said, "Hey man, the laptop was just here like 30 seconds ago. I turned around, it was gone." So I pulled the camera back up. It's a Caucasian gentleman in a 3-piece suit. And I mean, this guy was to the nines sharp, man. Had some Italian shoes on. I look at the camera, he walks up to it, opens his jacket, pulls out some bolt cutters, boom, take the laptop, stick in his jacket, walks out. Hi, have a good day, guys. You can't tell what a criminal look like, man, these days. Jay says 9% of my videos are demonetized. Man, they be messing with us bad, man. Smash says, last 5 videos demonetized. I'm just going to do lives from now on while I'm going to keep my day job. Jay says, my 15-year-old daughter does the editing, man. Yeah, man, she definitely got a future, man, messing around with the editing, man. She's good. She's good. I finally saw a store that had an anti-mask sign on the window. You cannot enter with a mask on. No mask allowed. Neil, I wonder if they monetized on YouTube or YouTube just pushes ads to their vids and don't pay out. Nah, because when you demonetize, they don't play ads on it. Like, and I verified it. Like sometimes I go back to the video and I'll log out and I go on a ghost account and I'll go and the video won't play. Two-A says, no one wants us to be aware. Let's keep spreading the word and get everyone to CCW. Absolutely. Yes. Smash, that's the man. George says, I noticed a few similar channels doing a lot more live streams. Nah, I do, man. Honestly, the reason I do live streams, man, be honest, like, I just like talking to y'all, man. Honestly. Like, you know, getting a video, shooting it, editing, cutting, and releasing is one thing, you know, but you don't really get the interaction you do when you go live. So for me, I just like talking to y'all and chopping it up with y'all, and I tell you, I don't do therapy, man. I need therapy, and I don't want to go to a therapist, man. And y'all my therapy, man. I know y'all some bad therapists, man, but y'all my therapist. Neil says like Hickok or Demo Ranch. Yeah, but let's see, Hickok and Demo Ranch get so much sponsorship that even if their channel's not monetized, they're getting money on the side. Their channel is so big that they're getting paid no matter what. So once you get to that side, if you're not getting monetized, they got they're getting money on the back door. They got Patreons, they got all kind of stuff and sponsorships. And Smash says, right, if you're demonetized, do not push your videos. That's facts. As soon as you're demonetized on the YouTube algorithm, boom, all of a sudden you don't show up in the search engines. You're like 97th on the search. You're not showing up on suggested videos. You're not showing up on browse features. Once they demonetize your video, they kill it. And I think that's one of the reasons why they demonetize that video so much. They try to kill it. Right. Smash says Hickok and Demo are rich. Right. They don't need YouTube money. Correct. Jay say bad therapist for real, man. Definitely the worst therapist in the world, y'all. I love y'all, man, but y'all some horrible therapists. Smash said they get $20 just to miss something. Right. And once you did that many views, man, once you to 1.5, 2 million, they just say, hey, man, so-and-so targets. And they just mention it, bam, out of there. How many times he say Buzz Gunshot? How many times Hickok would be like, thanks for Buzz Gunshot for sending this gun over for Buds. Yeah, Buzz getting that bread to him. Two-Way says, active shooter training knowledge is a life skill. Teach yourself, your family, your kids what to do. Many schools still don't have good plans. The good plans, they ain't got no plans. They plan is like, hey, man, we're going to lock the door. We tell all the kids to huddle and put the book bag over you. I told my daughter, man, try to break the window out. I told my daughter, go get something, break the window out, jump out the window. Don't be sitting there talking about you going to sit there and hide. Nah. We trying to hide, get up out of there. Get. What I tell her. He said, Frank says guns and gadgets and Daily Shooter deal on YouTube now. Yeah, Daily Shooter said he's going to change his name of his channel from Daily Shooter. He said he thinks they're picking on him because his name says Daily Shooter. And he said with all the mass shooters, he thinks that they're really picking on him because of that. All right, Smash, have a good night, bro. Yeah, Neil said Justin Opinion got the YouTube rap. Yeah, he did. They got Just Opinion too. He said he just dropped the grip on some camera equipment and stuff. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get out here in a second though, but just mention basically, man, everybody who's on the chat today, man, go back to your families, man. Go back to your job, man. Sit around. You got a little bit of time in your hands. Come up with a plan about what you're going to do for any kind of active shooter, any kind of workplace violence. Have a plan of defense, being it shooting back, running, jumping out the window, going through the exhaust vent. I don't care what you do, man, but definitely have a plan, y'all. Two-Way said that's nuts. No, just read the Columbine report. That's what the kids in the library did. They were shot executions. Right. Because at schools, that's what they teach the kids. That's what they teach the kids. They tell the teacher to lock the door. And then they tell the kids to get under the tables and put the book bags over them. What's that going to do for my kid? I'm putting a book bag over their head. I can't see you. You can't see me. It's nonsense, man. Come on, man. Big Three says, what's up, man? I'm late, but I'm here. Had to clean my pistol, not my AR. I want to see how filthy y'all get. It'll get. Jay said, my pistol's like Miss Call. Code 43, get the chains on the door, get the chains on the doors. That's what he said. That's my movie right there. Neil say, make it shanks. Two-Way say, bottom line, always carry. Facts. Jay says, I didn't used to carry every day. Now I don't leave the house without it. For real, Jay, man, you got to stay strapped all the time, bro. Because here's the thing, man. That's what I realized. The day you say, you know what? Man, I don't feel like getting this gun. I don't feel like putting it on, man. I'm good. I'm just going down the street to the store. That'll be the day something happened, man. And that's facts. That'll be the day. If you don't carry every day, don't carry at all. I tell that every day. If you don't carry sometime, don't carry at all. Because in the end, man, we don't know when it's going to happen. And maybe it'll never happen in our lives. Maybe in our lives, we might never have to pull our gun out. And that's A lot of people never have to do it. I mean, unfortunately, I had to pull my gun out twice and shoot once. And that's just my luck, right? That's my fault for living in Atlanta, right? Shout out to the A. But that's my fault for living in Atlanta. Armor says ABC, always be carrying like that. Don't be taking out the trash without it. Yeah, my wife sometimes be like, don't come outside. I said, hold up for a minute. She said, what? I said, I'm going to get my gun. She said, just to go outside. I said, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you never know, man. You don't know. I've been dreaming about me not carrying this. Something happened. Let me tell you the recurring dream I have, man. So as you mentioned that. I always have a dream, reoccurring for years, that I get my gun, I get a situation, and it won't shoot. I've had that dream hundreds of times. And it's always my gun won't shoot. That's the one I have all the time, man. Terrifying. 2A said, I'm the communist state of Maryland, no CCW permits. Man, Maryland sucks. Jesse says, do you have carry insurance? Yes, I do. I have U.S. Law Shield. That's what I choose to carry. Because, and the only reason, to be completely honest, is price. So yeah, I do have carry insurance, y'all. That's another thing too, man. If y'all carry, man, get carry insurance, man. I don't care what company it is. Get carry insurance for sure. L Tiger says in Oak Cliff, Maine. It's a must-have. L Tiger says same dreams, bro. Frank says me too. 2A says a smart dream. It's a smart gun in the dream. That's why I shoot a Glock. My dreams change. Laugh out loud. 2A says everybody should have insurance. Yeah, man. If you carry a gun, man, or if you got a gun in your house, or even if you don't have a gun, man, you got to realize a lot of carry insurance. If I run someone over in a car, or if I hit them with a baseball bat or stab them or whatever I do to defend myself, it covers that too. It's not just a firearm. It covers you for any self-defense situation, period. Jesse said that 2A, it makes you sick knowing there are many others like you in some parts of the country under such terrible governance. Yeah, man, it's a lot of places, man, out here, man, that like, you can't be carrying a gun. Man, I'm from New York originally. I'm from New York City. And I'm going to tell you right now, you get caught in New York City with a firearm, you're doing 5 years off rip. Forget any kind of anything. You get caught with a gun in New York City, you're doing time for the gun and you're doing time for the bullets. So trust me, when they talk restrictive states, I know. And you in New York, you're a walking victim. Unless you're a criminal in New York City, you're a walking victim. Jay says, I'm trying to get my wife to train and carry, but she wants no parts of it. Yeah, man, it's tough getting our spouses into it because, we into guns, right? We like guns, for whatever reasons, we like guns, right? Plus, we're, men, I think in our heads, we're very simplistic. Women say we talk about this all the time, but we're simplistic in our thinking. Crime, I need to protect myself, carry a gun. Women aren't like that. A lot of times women sometimes feel like it's not going to happen to them a lot of times, I know me and my wife talk about this for years, man. And, man, now my wife's on board, and she, things happening over the years being around me. And, I'm always bringing some video up. I'm always bringing something up. And now she's like, she kind of understands like, yo, it's demon season out here, y'all. And y'all know what I mean when I say it's demon season. I mean, dudes out here are savages, man. They don't care about your life. They don't care about your kid's life. They don't care about anything. They will kill you. And it's the young dudes. These young dudes, they ain't got the same code. They ain't got the same code that criminals had, when I was younger. No women, no children. If you ain't in the game, you're a civilian. Ain't no civilians. We all meet. All right, we gotta realize we all meet. That's all they care about. Yeah, we talked about earlier, Armor, about the grocery store. Yeah, man. There's no gun policy in that store. Yeah, it's not a fingerprint reader gun. Yeah, you really believe that's gonna work? 2A Renegade said, my wife got me started. She's from Brooklyn, like me. I'm sure you're saying BK from Brooklyn, right? Yeah, man, you leave Brooklyn, man. Man, listen. Just says, Self-defense shirts offer some peace of mind. It does. Absolutely. Frank says no codes at all. No codes, man. Street code is dead, man. Like I tell people all the time, man. New York, like back in the day in New York, like somebody be getting, in New York, they rob different. I tell people laugh at me all the time, right? So I spent half my life in New York, right? I spent half my life in Atlanta. And I tell people all the time the difference between New York and Atlanta, right? It used to be in New York, if a guy robbed you, it's one dude, one stick-up kid. One guy with a little 22, whatever he got. He walk up to you, man, you know what it man running. You get robbed, he take your money, he don't hit you with the gun, he don't shoot you nothing. He take your wallet, he out. You go to Atlanta, it's 4 dudes in a Cadillac. They got AK-47 shotguns. They jump out, they kick you in the face, then they shoot you. Then they take your money. Ain't no love in these streets, y'all. It's demon season, beware. 2A say he's from Baltimore. Woo! Yes, sir. Definitely demon season out there. Miss K, you bring up a good point. Women need to carry, especially so that we won't be victims. Correct. Women are always going to be preyed on. I mean, let's be honest. I know women always say, I'll knock this dude out. I'll choke him out. I'll do this. You're not. Most men are stronger than women physically just by nature. So men are always going to prey on females. Always. I tell everybody, if you're a woman, you should have a gun more than anybody. You should be the first one to have a gun and be trained on how to use it. You're the first one that should do self-defense class, do some jiu-jitsu. I tell women all the time, if you're a female, carry a gun and do jiu-jitsu. Because the truth of the matter is you're going to defend yourself off your back. Learn jiu-jitsu if you're a female. Because the first thing a man going to do is try to put you down. And then if you know jiu-jitsu, you put you down, you put his ass right in a little, you put his ass right in a triangle or something. Put him in an arm bar, break his damn arm. George said, I can't even get my iPhone open all the time using my thumbprint. Not trusting anything on the gun. Hell no. Arma says, 2-way escape from Baltimore for real. Yeah, Baltimore tough, y'all. Baltimore's tough. Two-way renegade say, facts and Miss K. 2A Renegades. I feel bad for the guy that runs up on Mrs. Renegade X. I know, man. That one guy said, hey, I know jiu-jitsu. For real, man. I tell females all the time, man, like my daughter's doing sports, starting to do sports now, man, and I'm going to try to get to jiu-jitsu, man, because, I mean, let's be honest, man, and be clear with this, man. Females are going to do work off their back. Let's be honest, man, they're going to try to, rob you, rape you, whatever you're going to do. And they know they're stronger than you. So the first thing they're going to try to do is they're going to try to put you on your back and throw you on the ground. So if you know jiu-jitsu, you say, I want all that heat. Throw me on the ground. Put me on my back. Break his arm. Two will say, dude, I work there, live in the county. You're right. Need to get out. Miss K says, I had firearms in Gary, Indiana. Oh, Gary. Gary's tough. It was ruthless there, so I only carry now Florida. Florida rough too. Gary, Indiana is definitely gangster. And Florida too. Florida, you need a gun. Gary, Indiana, you need a gun. Baltimore, you need a gun. Brooklyn, you need a gun. Atlanta, you need 2 guns. Yeah. But anywhere though, I'm saying all these places. I'm saying all these places because the crime rate's high. But the truth of the matter is, man, anywhere, the nicest part of town. Because you got to realize, man, if you live in a nice side, I live in a nice side of town. I got a nice house. Crime's low over here. So guess who's coming to town for Christmas? The criminals. There ain't nothing in the hood. There's nothing in the hood. Everybody broke. Nobody got nothing. So what are they going to do? They're going to start going out to the suburbs. They're going to take some pockets out in the suburbs. Because if you live in a nice neighborhood, man, you should really have a gun. Alarm system, a gun, a dog. Frank said, I'm trying to get my 3-year-old daughter in the box jiu-jitsu. She like to fight. Yeah, man, I've been fighting my daughter. My daughter's 8 years now. And I've been fighting with her forever, man. She's been able to lock a triangle on you easy. Arm bars, triangles. I've been fighting my daughter since she was a baby. So, yeah, I definitely need to get into some real classes, though. How many guns you need in Minneapolis? A lot, man. You need one. You need one gun in Minneapolis. One gun, you good. Sure, look at Boulder, Colorado at the grocery store. Yeah, man. It's a nice neighborhood, man. It wasn't a crime-ridden neighborhood. wasn't a bad place to live. It's a bad person, man. Bad people everywhere, man. Everywhere, y'all. All right, man. Listen. So listen, man. Tonight, man, everybody that's on the live, man, go holler at your people, man. Go talk to your people, talk to your loved ones, talk to your friends, talk to your family. Had a conversation we had tonight with me, man. I had the same conversation with all y'all, man. Y'all had a conversation with them and make sure that they got a plan at these workplaces, man. Because I don't want to come on here one day, man, and one of y'all tell me a story of one of your loved ones, one of your friends, or somebody that you knew that it happened to them, man. All right. So let's make sure we got a plan at these workplaces, man, and stay safe. All right, man. AAF, you on the move. See you next time. I appreciate all y'all. Thanks, Miss K. See y'all.